Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to jump in here and we're going to do an It Welcome to Derry review, first episode, first season, and I'm going to have to say this episode started off like a banger. Like I had no idea what I was expecting. I had no idea what was going to go on, but I had like high hopes because we got all the creative people who came back from the movies. Bill Skarsgård himself came back, and the actors in this episode are phenomenal. You have this kid, which I thought he was hilarious. Then you had his little buddy, which I also thought was like ridiculously comedic timing. I thought their skills were incredible. I thought their jokes were like spot on. And a lot of people are saying that this is like a Stranger Things ripoff, but you're wrong. Pennywise and It, they did it first. A lot of Stranger Things is just paying homage to It and like the Stephen King lore and like the 80s lore and all of that stuff like that. And I absolutely love it. And then this girl's performance, unbelievable. This kid's performance, particularly in this scene, I am going to do spoilers, but this scene happens at the very, very end. Spoiler warning, I'll give you like 3 seconds to get out of here if you haven't seen it. But this chick's scene at the very end, this scene right here, blew my mind with her performance. I thought it was like incredible. And then let's talk about how these kids got yeeted. I mean, like yeeted. I thought maybe like they were all gonna like have this close encounter, and it was gonna be like this dragged out thing where he like haunts them and taunts them throughout you know, the whole series, and every single one of these kids was going to survive until the very bitter end, and then like they were going to start getting knocked off like in the second to the last episode. But no, these kids got yeeted in the first episode. So then I was like, wait a minute, is that going to mean they're going to bring more kids in and then every kid is like not safe? I made a mistake of going to IMDb and like trying to look up like some of these kids' names, and there is an episode count at the bottom there on the list. So I stopped looking. So forgive me if I don't know their names, but there's going to be pictures of these actors and actresses. But the beginning of this episode, what the heck? I was like, oh, he's getting it out. This is going to be like the one kid that escapes and gets saved. No. When that mom started talking bad, foul mouth about her kid, and the dad was just like, whoa, reminds me of you, I was like, whoa. And then you find out that they're not normal because you start seeing like the little kid with the wandering eyes. I felt like his teeth were getting like bigger and bigger as like the scene continued, and then all of a sudden, boom, demonic, mutated, baby, twin absorbed bat thing. I was like, what? I thought the kid was going to make it, but no, that kid didn't make it. Most of the kids didn't make it. But there's so many references in this episode. If you're a big Stephen King fan, you'll know a lot of them. Well, obviously, like the water tower, that's like in the movies, but they didn't really go there in the movies in the water tower. So I thought it was cool that they're going to the towers like in the episode. You have this guy. Can't remember his name right off the bat of my head. Like I said, I'm horrible with names. But this guy is actually this guy from The Shining. I was like, what? These are good. They're going to make it like a connective universe. Like this whole thing's going to be like tied together. But this guy goes on. Well, because in the book, he's originally like a cook. That's why in The Shining, he's like the main cook at the resort. But they changed it around a little bit. Who cares? Maybe they'll be like he was a military man, and once he leaves the military, he becomes a cook. Same character. Can't wait to see what they do with him. And then the guy that like shows up, one of the pilots, he is actually in the movie. He's the grandpa of the little kid. Um, it, Again, spoilers because you've already know that this show is going to lead to like the big fire, to like when the middle one, his son, which is like the father of the kid in the first one, dies in the fire. That's why he's like tormented and tortured by that. And then also they're doing, oh, I read 3 seasons, and then it's going to be this one, which is 1962, and then it's going to go back to, what is that, 1935, whatever, and then 1908. I hope that all these seasons go down. I hope that this show is successful. Go watch it. I hope that this thing blows up because this first episode was bonkers. Like it was just batshit crazy, and I absolutely loved it. And then the second episode, instead of be airing next Sunday, which is like that prime HBO showtime, they're going to air this one early on Halloween. I am stoked. I hope that they don't let up. I hope that it doesn't like disappoint I hope that it just stays going like the first episode. I did see on IMDb, I don't know how accurate it is, but it did say on IMDb that Bill Skarsgård is in 6 episodes. I hope that's true. I hope that he actually shows up and that he is like a major part. They tease that he's going to be like a big part of the show. And I mean, he is technically the demon baby. That's why he's like eating these kids. He is technically all of these, characters that aren't real, but they were real at one point in time. And then that end scene where they're in the movie theater leading up to like the brutal murders was incredible. I thought that was so awesome how they put them in that Music Man movie, which is a real movie, which actually is a great like way to like, because the Music Man, if you've never seen it, the guy's a con artist. He shows up promising to sell, well, he sells them all these like musical instruments with the promise that he's going to teach them all how to be in a band, but as soon as he gets all the money that he wants, he dips. So it's all about deceiving, lying, tricking all these kids, except for Pennywise, he eats them, tricks them, scares the shit out of them, and then eats them. So to put them in that movie, and then you can see like the whole family is in there as well around him. So at one point in time, he had to kill these people because he's like a shapeshifter and he takes their face or their identity after he consumes them. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Check it out on HBO Max. If you don't got it, go get it. Watch this episode. Let's talk about it. Tell me what you think because I am stoked. I am excited. I cannot wait to see what they do on Friday, which is right around the corner. Like, subscribe, smash that bell notification so you get more of when I post one of these awesome videos. If we're anywhere else, you know what to do. Same thing, IG, like, follow, do all that awesome stuff. Come back tomorrow. Come back later because I'm going to do another one of my 28 days? Yeah, 28 days of 31 days of horror. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching the video. Come back tomorrow. See you guys.